Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be going over the skin tone update for The Sims 4, and then at the end of the video, stay tuned because I'm going to be making a little bit of an announcement around why I've been gone and what I'm planning on doing about it and stuff like that. So let's just go over the skin tones really quick. So when you go into face right here, you will open this and you have all right here, warm, which is this set of skin tones. This is the lightest, and this is the lightest it can get. Oh, that's the darkest it can get. This is the lightest can get, and this is the darkest, and this is the darkest that it can get, which is beautiful. I love that skin tone. And then you have neutral. This is the lightest that the neutral skin tone can get. Wonderful. I actually really like this skin tone. I think it's beautiful. And then this is the darkest that the darkest neutral skin tone can get. And then we have cool. This is the lightest that the lightest cool skin tone can get. And this is the darkest that the darkest skin tone can get, which is beautiful, rich, and deep. So I really like these. My one problem with them is the way that they decided to put some of the skin tones into these warm, neutral, and cool sections. So I really understand the warm. I understand why all these colors are here, except for maybe this one. I think that this one maybe could have belonged in neutral, but the rest of them, and maybe like that one or something, I don't know. But like this one I don't think should have gone in warm, but there's some that like really do belong in warm, like this one. Anyways, so that's my one concern. I understand the neutral section, but there's some stuff about the cool section that I don't understand. Like, this is pretty warm to me. So is this. So that's kind of one disagreement. Otherwise, I really do like this, so I'm going to quickly create a sim and I'll be back. So this is Alina. I didn't do much of her outfit, but I gave her hair and stuff. So the one thing that I want to talk about right now is about the new hairstyles that they just added into the base game. So if we filter by base game, you'll see that they added a new hair for adult feminine Sims, and it's this one, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I love the BB hairs. I think that this one looks really good. And they also, along with this one, they also did, to my knowledge, a masculine one. I'm pretty sure. If not this one, I think it's that one. Yeah, I do think it's this one. So this one's kind of similar to this one, which came in a patch, I think. This one came in a patch. But I'm pretty sure that this hair is the new and updated hair. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this one looks really, really good. I think I really like it. And I'm gonna randomize a toddler. Wait, not a toddler, a kid. Give her a nice and cool skin tone like that. So this is one of the hairs that they fixed, which looks absolutely beautiful. I really love the way that the braids look. I think that they're super realistic while still sticking to the Maxis style. I think that there's still a couple kinky hairstyles that they could work on. For example, this one looks terrible. It needs work. But they also added a hair with baby hairs on it, which I think is such an improvement. I think that that's amazing, and I think that that was an amazing step on their part. I think that they should start to add baby hairs to every natural hairstyle in this game. Even like slightly curly ones like this one, just because a lot of people, like, people's culture has that, and I think that it's important to embrace that. Even for hairs like this and stuff. So, you know, I obviously, like, I'm really happy about this, but the one thing that I want to say something about is the color of the black hair swatch. So I was originally gonna show this on my adult sim, but I can always show it on this one. So the cool skin tone goes super duper deep, like here, but as you can tell, I'm gonna go into detail edit mode so that you can see it a little bit clearer. This is black. These eyebrows are classified as black, but on the new dark skin tones, they aren't black. They're like this light gray, and they look really bad. And so I was thinking the only way that I'm gonna be able to really make dark skin tones work in this game is by giving my Sims like bleached eyebrows, and they're kids. I'm not really interested in giving my kids Sims bleached eyebrows. So that's the thing, that I don't really understand how I'm going to be able to make this dark skin tone work in the game, just because it doesn't make any sense. It's almost like the kid has gray eyebrows, and that doesn't make any sense. So that's the one thing that I have a little bit of a issue with, and I think that we really need an update on the skin tones versus, no, not the skin tones, we just got skin tones updated, but I think we really need the hair colors updated, like right now, as soon as possible, because it's really a problem. So now let's take a look at the makeup. So it's a lot, but we're gonna go through each of these separately. So in eyes, we obviously I have a lot of the packs. I don't have all of them, but I have a lot of them, and so if you don't have all the packs, you can still do this with the base game stuff. So this is my favorite eye shadow in the game, but I don't like how it's so harsh. So what's really nice is that we can turn down the opacity, and if you really like the pink, that's great. You can turn down the opacity so it's not as harsh anymore, and you can change up the hue if you'd like. So you can have this green, and if you go this way, it's a little bit more cooler toned. I really like this. I think that it's really cool. So to go through all of the different types of customization, I'm gonna go with a super bright color so that you guys can really tell. So first things first, we have hue, which just changes obviously the hue, which is like the color of the eyes. I really like that. And then you have the opacity, which you can just make it a little bit less harsh. Saturation, this is more about how bright you want it. So this is like super high saturation, and then low saturation looks like this. It's just a little bit more muted. And then for brightness, it's more about how bright you want it to be, or again, how muted. And I think that's really cool. And so when you go into eyeliner, it's the exact same. So if you really like an eyeliner, for example this one, but you don't like how harsh it is or how dark, you can go into opacity and kind of turn that down so you still have a little bit of coloring, but it's not as bright. Now the one problem I do have with the makeup has to be the blusher. So I'm going to pick out a super dark skin tone because I think that that's super important, and I'm gonna take out the original base game blush and show you guys how big of a problem and how problematic this blush is being. So I don't have a very good monitor. I play on a Mac, but you can really tell how awful that looks. Like, I'm gonna go into detail edit mode. The Sims 4, what the hell is that? It looks like she has like skin disease. That is not okay at all. And it's that color specifically I've noticed looks really bad. Like this one looks fine, but this color specifically looks so bad. And the other ones are, like, this one looks so bad too. It's really a problem. This one too. When you get into the MAC ones, they don't look very good either. You can see that there's a lot of discoloration over here, around the nose. It's not blended well. It just looks very bad, and even when you turn down the opacity to kind of look a little bit more fitting to the skin tone, it still looks like that. Specifically on this one, like I said, this one was looking really bad, and so if you turn down the opacity, you can still see those terrible lines. And to be fair, they're even worse right now, and I think that that's really bad on the Sims part. So the fact that I can't use blush on my dark skin Sims is really disappointing. I really don't like that. I'm really disappointed about that, and there's so much work that needs to be done to make this game more inclusive, because I understand how hard that the devs are trying, but it's not hard enough, because we're still having these problems, and our Sims are still looking like this, and our Sims are still having discoloration, and it's really not okay. So when it comes to lipstick, I think it's basically as you would have imagined. Hue, saturation, opacity, and brightness. I really like the saturation feature. I think that that's really cool. So yeah, that's basically about it for the skin tone, hair, and makeup. So I told you guys that I would talk about my little bit of a disappearance from YouTube, and I guess I thought I'll do that. So if you go into my Discord server, it'll be linked in the description. If you go into my Discord server, and you go into my server, it's called Emma's Poops. I'm sorry, but I like it. If you go into my Discord server and you go into the schedule channel, you'll see that this is my new schedule that I'm planning to use. So on Mondays, this is starting next week, I'm going to have a YouTube video at 4 p.m, a stream at 3:30 to 4:30 p.m, and then on Tuesday, I'm not going to have anything. Wednesday, a YouTube video at 4 p.m, Thursday, nothing. Friday, a stream from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m, Saturday, a stream from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. and a YouTube video at 4 p.m. Sunday, a stream from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. This is all in EST, and keep in mind that this is subject to change in the future. I wanted to make that very clear. I'm really sorry for my disappearance from YouTube. I felt like I didn't really have much. I felt like I didn't have very much, like I didn't want to do it anymore, but I'm really feeling more inspired to do stuff. I have a list of things that I want to do, and ever since I started streaming, I've really liked streaming a lot. So yeah, I really hope you guys liked this video. I really enjoyed recording it. I think there's a lot of things wrong with this update, but I'm still really happy that we got a skin tone update. I plan on making a lot more Animal Crossing related content, and a lot more Sims related content, Minecraft related content, streaming related content in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video. I miss you guys so much. Bye!